Buzzwords like sustainability get thrown around a lot, but what does it really mean? Half of the world's current habitable land is already being used for agriculture, and by 2050, we will need to produce 60% more food to feed a world population of 9.3 billion. In order to rise to the challenge, it's no surprise that we've turned to game-changing technologies and innovations in recent days with agricultural sustainability and greater food security in mind. But what has to happen before these solutions can be brought to market?
Innovation in agriculture is now squarely in cottage industry of ag tech and biotech companies. And because of that, there's a lot more emphasis on bringing those new biologic products to fruition. The R&D and particularly the development, that's what moves those products from the promise of a technology to a commercial product that is viable in the marketplace.
Most of the products these days have some regulatory needs, so you need to make sure that you go through that. Alongside with the development of your product, you should think about how you're going to produce it, how to produce it in such a way that the quality is appropriate, that the cost is the best that you can get. We call it the stage gate process. It's really about having a sequence of questions. You have to put all those questions that need an answer, and then you need to place them in the right order.
The challenges are very different across different countries. What would be the environmental differences between these different countries? Then we need to think about what are the modes of use, and then we need to think about things that are related to more regulatory issues. So all those are things that we have to take into account when thinking about a development program for a specific product or even for an information technology as well. When you develop a product trying to go faster than you should have, all those efforts, all those resources that you spent during those early years are wasted. So you're spending a lot more money at the end than you would have if you had started with the right step.
I think it's an exciting time to be involved in agriculture because of some of the things happening from an investment perspective and new opportunities in alternative proteins, sustainability, new ways to look at how we use carbon to produce better food for society. When we have people that go to bed hungry every night, 3 million children die a year of starvation, we have both an obligation and an opportunity to provide better solutions. We're excited about some of the applications that we're seeing and the amount of investment going into food and ag and the opportunity over the next decade to really enhance what we do from a food security perspective.
I saw movement to the cottage industry for ag tech and biotech and away from the major basics around the world. And I saw the opportunity for a company to come in to provide those services. Now, AgriAuthority can manage everything from discovery, working with the ag tech research, all the way through commercialization as a viable product. We've got a stable of product development specialists. We're on 6 continents. With our clients, we're able to connect them with end-use opportunities or distribution or buyer opportunities around the world.
We have our own stage gate process. We call it prescriptive response. It's about really learning about your product in a way that you never thought about, to prevent from placing your product in the wrong circumstance.
Prescriptive response addresses from the very beginning, making sure that the final target user for the product is clear. So that's step one. Next step is developing the right protocols and making sure that those protocols feed one another. Each of the farmers may be a very good collaborator, but then you need a team of specialists into making sense out of a big data set and translating that into the final solution that the company tries to put together.
AgriAuthority has been instrumental in helping us bring new technologies to market. I think they're really great in 3 different ways. One, they have a team that has decades of experience, and that's invaluable as you're trying to bring a new technology to market. 2 is their global reach. Both breadth and depth of global reach is unprecedented. And finally, I think they understand ROI. They understand we have to invest in AgriAuthority in a way AgriAuthority in return has to give us a return on the investment we make in them. And I think that's so important, and they understand that, and they deliver those results.
TryWorks is a little bit like a dress rehearsal. Before you even test your product, you try to understand the field that you would place in there, the weather, a number of other conditions, and then we take data over time during the cycle of the crop.
The other component that makes us very excited about the TrialWorks process is the way we have integrated a lot of technologies that are already known to the user, but we have put them into a process that's very unique. If a product performs well in a certain section of the field and not very well in another, we know where that is and we know why that is.
My very first business plan I wrote for AgriAuthority 14 years ago, I identified intellectual knowledge as an opportunity for AgriAuthority to expand into a recommendation process for how to use products. We can fill that void which has been created by the downscaling of extension in the US. And those same extension type programs around the world have been waning as well. So that's a void that I believe AgriAuthority can move into in delivering that high quality information.
Science without borders. AgriAuthority.